Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is a 1969 Grand Prix SJ, and this baby's got a 4-speed in it. 428 power, and she is black and beautiful. Look at that chrome. Man, she is sweet. You want to talk about one rare car? This is one rare car, guys. Even got a hood tack. Man, Pontiac made some badass cars back in the day, and this is one of them. Check this beauty out, man. That black paint is looking slick. Check out, oh, I love these door handles. Look at this. Isn't that slick? Door jambs looking good, door panels. And look at them bucket seats. And yeah, check out that center console. See what's in there? 4-speed shifter. Says Hurst on it. Looking sweet. We got operating instructions over there in the passenger seat. Dash is looking cool. Man, these are some sweet cars. Second to none on this car, man. There is not any other car out there that even remotely looks like this one. Headliner looking sweet. Got that signature Pontiac steering wheel in there. Man, this thing is cool. Just love this car. That big old long quarter panel, black and beautiful. Great big old chrome rear bumper looking sweet. Taillight lenses looking good. Inside the trunk here, look at that. Beautiful. Looks like we got a Kenwood box back here also. Everything nice and clean, right down to the paint on the bottom side of the deck lid. We even got a spare and a jack in there. She is a beauty. Now look down that passenger side. Look at that beautiful black paint. This thing is slick. I'll tell you what, when you pull into a car show with this baby, you do not have to worry about another 69 Grand Prix being there. And I tell you what, if there is one there, I guarantee you it don't have a 4-speed in it. And at Vanguard Motor Sales, we do not do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own this beautiful car. Right now, we only have about 200 cars in stock. And we're bringing in anywhere between 40 and 50 new units every month. So make sure you check us out often. We've got cars coming and going every day. So check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. Now, Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day, so you can call him anytime you like. Now, we get the cars up on the lift and fully inspect them so Tom can answer every one of your questions. I've been in the business about 35 years, and I'm using that experience every day to help you pick out your dream car. All right, here we go on our 69. 4-speed car, black, looking beautiful, sounding great. Nothing sounds like a Pontiac, baby. Now, we can ship this baby anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom will explain the whole process to you. He'll take care of all the paperwork. Even if you need help with financing, Tom and the bankers will take care of all that paperwork. All you need to do is make that phone call. And if you would like, you can go to our website and fill out the loan app right on our website. Check out all of our inventory. Now, even though we do sell about 95% of our stuff sight unseen on the net, we do love to have you come in and check the cars out in person. So if you get a chance, you need to hop on an airplane, jump in your car, whatever, come on out and visit. We'd love to have you. And down here on the dash, I really love how the dash wraps around here. You can see the speedo's working. Now the clock is not working. Looks like the gas gauge is working. It does have the stock radio in it. And of course, the 4-speed's working great. And that exhaust, man, it sounds good. As I said earlier, we're right near the airport. We'll even send somebody down to the airport to pick you up if you need a ride. Now we are about to do something nobody else in the industry does. We're gonna put this baby up in the air so you can see just how nice the bottom of it is. We're gonna get the hood up, show you underneath the hood. We're gonna show you everything you need so you can make a great decision on your Pontiac investment. Now we do have 2 locations here. We're only about 1.5 miles apart, so if you come in, you may have to go over to our other site where we keep most of the cars. Just let Tom know you're coming because we do have a lot of cars in stock and we may have to move a few of them around. Here we are at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. And stick with us, we're gonna put this baby in the air for you right now.
All right guys, this is the underside of our 1969 Pontiac Grand Prix. Now, starting at the back of the frame here, you can see here, it looks like it's actually in really, really nice shape. This is a nice, honest car, not overdone or anything like that. Looks like we got like a nice factory appearing undercoat going all the way forward on this thing. Looks to be all original sheet metal too. I'm not seeing any non-factory seams under here or anything like that that you wouldn't want to see. Looks to be, if I haven't already mentioned it, looks to be an original looking fuel tank on it. Moving forward with that, you can see here the exhaust system looks to be, relatively recent. Looks like a Walker type exhaust. Brake lines obviously have been redone at some point here. Original type rear end here, this would be a Pontiac 10-bolt rear end. It does feel like it's a Posi traction, and it is a 3.23 to 1 gear ratio that's in it. Moving forward of all of that, coil spring sprung in the back, does have a set of Flowmaster mufflers on it. Of course, like I said, exhaust has been redone recently. Moving forward of all of that, looks like all of our brake lines and whatnot look to be all just original looking brake lines, and all of it looks like it's in really nice shape. There's no reason to replace them if they don't need to be. A lot of the time the replacement kits don't quite fit anyway, as far as, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Floorboards look like they're in beautiful shape, look to be all original, and I'm pretty sure this factory looking undercoat on it, if this car ever was driven, it's preserved this thing very, very well, and my motto has always been preservation over presentation. And I think that this car kind of embodies that. Another cool thing you can see here is if you look up in here, all of this up in here is really, really nice. This is a popular rot spot because things will get crammed up in here. It holds moisture, and this is where they start to go bad. And it looks absolutely beautiful up in there. I can still see all the welds, all of the seams, and it looks great. I don't even see pitting over it, which is really cool to see. Drive shaft looks to be brand new in this thing. It looks to be at least relatively recent. U-joints look to be all, of course, new. Transmission in this is not actually original. This is a 1967 model Muncie 4-speed. Moving forward to that, this is the underside of our Pontiac engine here. We're going to get to that in just a second. Frame continuing to look good here, especially here in the low spots, and then up here in the front here, also very common rot spots, and it looks absolutely beautiful on this car. I would imagine this car is a relatively low miles car, considering just what I'm seeing under here and judging by it looking to be original sheet metal. Front end on this, of course, here at Vanguard, we double check everything. We make sure to check everything out, and everything feels nice and tight. Idler arm is typically the first thing to go, and it feels nice and tight. And of course, we'll unload all of our control arms and shake everything down. If I hadn't mentioned the brakes yet, we do have drum brakes in the rear, disc in the front. Here at Vanguard, we are old car people. We know how to properly assemble drum brakes, and I can guarantee you that they are put together properly. Factory sway bar here in the front, factory sway bar there in the back. Everything looks like it's greasable on the front end, which looks to be nice. Looks like we got a couple of new components here, including some of our bushings, maybe I think upper ball joint definitely has been replaced at one point. Same thing with the lower. Overall, pretty darn nice. Bottom of our fan shroud looks like it's in good shape. Looks like power steering on it as well. It's a Pontiac, no big surprise. BFGoodrich Radial T tires. We see these on a lot of our cars. A good set of tires. 215/65 R15s is the size. Moving to the back here, looks like our chrome trim piece here looks like it's in nice shape. But once again, this looks to me like a factory weld seam right here, which is all really nice to see. Not overdone. It's not, overtly, really shiny as if it's very, very recent. This looks to be original stuff right here, which is all, in my opinion, that's a positive thing. 245/60 R15 in the back, so a little bit bigger. Good looking Pontiac rim here. Same thing on the front with its Pontiac correct lug nuts. Wheel well looks like it's in good shape. We're going to give it the scale and rust test up here, and I don't even feel pitting up in here, especially down here low, which is where it really is going to start, and it feels like it's in excellent shape. Same thing here. Looking at the bottom of this here, it looks like it's in pretty nice shape as well. Seeing spot welds all throughout here, which is all a good sign. This is a low mud car overall. Fairly nice, fairly honest car, which is all good things, stuff I like to see. I don't like to see things that have been touched a whole lot and molested. This one gets my seal of approval. So that all being said, let's take a look at the Pontiac V8 under the hood. All right, guys, this is what's making the music here. 428 Pontiac. Now, this is not the numbers matching 428 for the car. However, it is actually a 1969 model year engine. February 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, is what the casting date on this engine is. So we do have a set of cast iron Pontiac cylinder heads, a little bit later model than the motor. Factory looking cast iron intake manifold. Top of that intake manifold, we have a Pontiac correct 1968 model year Quadrajet 4-barrel. Of course, non-California model. Outside of all of that, it's just looking to be pretty honest under here. We have, looks like the factory AC setup on it. We do have, looks like just it's a factory alternator. We do have power steering on this car, power brakes. That looks like a brand new master and booster as well, which is nice to see. It looks like the lines going into it look to be fairly recent as well. But outside of all of that, it looks to just be as it would have come from the factory, not overdone. And I can't stress enough how nice it is when people haven't messed with things. It's when you're buying a car that hasn't been monkeyed with, you're getting a car that is of Pontiac standard or GM standard, not whoever restored its standard, which a lot of the time is a really good thing in my book, and this car is pretty much an embodiment of that. So, if you'd like to come in and see this one, make sure to give Tom a call at the number below and let Vanguard Motorcycles park this Grand Prix in your driveway.